Good morning, my friends. How are y'all doing? I had a few little glitches in the system before coming on live, but here we are. So happy Friday to all of you. I'm on here to relay some messages, to do a collective card reading and individual card readings. So if you're joining me live and you would like an individual card reading, please stay on here because in 10 minutes or so, I'm going to be doing individual card readings where you can get a card for yourself, receive a message, get a reading, okay? And I'm also going to relay some collective messages and some other things. So if you're joining me live, please let me know that. And if you are catching the replay, please let me know that. And if you have any questions or anything that you would like to relay, please post that in the comment section because I love hearing from all of you. Okay, so I have lights flying off my phone. I mean, shit's a little bit crazy this morning, my friends. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, I'm still coming on live. No matter what is trying to interrupt this, I'm still coming on live. Okay, so here we go. So that being said, number one question for all of you is, have you cleared your energy today? Have you cleared your energy yet today? Now, I will tell you how I did that, both last night and this morning. I took an Epsom salt bath and cleared my energy before bed, okay? And then this morning, I also took a bath and cleared my energy and used some Rose Leche bath salts, which is very feminine, and so embodied that energy. And I also saged my home this morning and opened up my door, and it's raining here in Minnesota, which is very cleansing as well, okay? So I did all those things to really cleanse my energy this morning. Yesterday, I cleaned my whole place, pretty much, except for the bedroom. And so that also was a way that I was cleansing and clearing, okay? So if you have not yet cleared your energy today, I would highly recommend that once we get off of this, okay? In whatever way is right for you, whether it's listening to an energy clearing recording on my SoundCloud, saging, bath, shower, water, whatever it might be, all right? And then the second question is, what have you done today to raise your vibration? Anything as of yet? So for me, it was some music. I was singing, I was dancing a little bit. Another powerful way, my friends, is working out and getting all those endorphins flowing through our body, okay? And sparking the good chemicals and hormones and releasing the cortisol all out of our body. So if you have not yet done that today, do that today. And one more message is, if you have not yet set your intentions for the day, please also do that. So I tell people all the time that I set my intentions every single day. Now, what I realized as of late is that I have to be more specific with the universe. It's important to be specific rather than just, I want to make some money today, right? Or I want to go on a date today, right? If you're not specific about the amount of money that you want to make, okay, first and foremost, or specific about the type of person or the characteristics of a person you want to go on a date with or that you'd like to connect with, then the universe is just going to send you whatever matches or whatever might happen to be in your path, okay? But the more specific you can be, the better it is when setting intentions and manifesting something into your world, okay? So it is very helpful and wise to be setting intentions every single day on what you want to experience for that day, on what you're creating into your world for that day, because I truly believe that we are powerful creators of our reality, okay? And there's so many things that pull at us, but how many of those things are actually a match for you, or actually light you up, or actually spark you, or actually add to your energy and your vibration? okay? Or bring more laughter into your life, bring more light into your life, okay? So it's always a good time, especially at the turn of a month, to take a really good assessment as to what's in your life, what are you attracting, what do you want to attract, and what are you going to go after in April? What little tweaks and changes do you need to make at this time, okay? So all of that being said, energy clearing, tending to your vibration, and setting intentions for the day, being as specific as you can be, okay? So, and most people are just going about their day responding to what the world is sending them, responding to what the universe is delivering them, not even knowing that they can be an active creator of their reality, okay? Most people are not clear on what they want, and that's okay. But through every lived experience, through every relationship, through every encounter, through every job, through every experience that we have here on planet Earth, we get clearer and clearer about what we truly want, right? We get clearer and clearer about what is no longer aligned for us, what's true for us, what's true for our soul, and the shifts and the transformations that we want to make in order to up-level, in order to keep going and not stand at the same place week after week, month after month, year after year, but to allow ourselves to grow and expand and transform. Okay? So let me know where you're at if you're joining me live. Thank you for being here, everyone. I absolutely love doing readings with you and for you. So if you're interested in that, all I need you to do is comment below, and when I start doing the individual readings, I will pull a card for you, give you a message, and give you a reading. Okay, so if you're here and you would like that, please comment below. And then let me see if there's any other collective messages that I want to relay before I start pulling cards, okay? So we are going to get into some card readings, which is always so fun. I think the other thing is just like looking back over the month of March and understanding that it was a really powerful month energetically, astrologically, and with world events, okay? So tuning in, like, did you take the time to rest and heal that you need? Did you take the time to play and adventure and explore in the way that you need, okay? Did you honor all the shifts and the energy and everything that you're feeling? And the other thing too is maybe you saw some past patterns come up. Maybe you made some impulsive decisions that after the fact you're like, yeah, that wasn't aligned. That was something of the past that was coming up really hard to purge out. And I call it the one last dance. And we can have the one last dance like 100 times, my friends, until we decide that's no longer right for me, okay? And I get it because I've had so many changes in my life since the first of the year, for sure since mid-January when I moved to St. Paul. And so I have these things in my life that feel like comfort, that feel like home, that are a comfort zone, that I'm not saying are necessarily adding to my growth and my soul evolution, but they're comfortable. And when so much change is happening so quickly, it is somewhat refreshing to go to those places that feel like home, that are our comfort zone. Does that make sense? So please don't beat yourself up, okay? When you go somewhere where you're like, you know what, the energy here is kind of low, maybe the people here are kind of stagnant, but there's something within it that's just a piece of comfort for you with all these other dynamics in your life that are changing, right? And so we would love for it all to change right away or for it all to change at the same time. And yet there's a part of us as humans that resists the massive change or change in every single area of our life at the same time, right? Which has been happening for so many of us. And so I just want to say it's okay. And it's okay if you jump back into the past for a day or two, or some past patterns come up or whatever. And like to have compassion with yourself, because the worst thing I believe that we can do is beat ourselves up about it, because it keeps us trapped and it keeps us in low energy and it keeps us shameful about that past pattern, and so it keeps it active in our field. Okay? Rather than having compassion and love, exploring where did that come from? Oh yeah, it was an impulsive movement. I made this decision. You know, I was tired at the time. My intuition wasn't online. All of those things. Okay, cool, got it. I'll just be more mindful next time when I get tired. To be really mindful about what I'm choosing in those moments. That's it. Okay, cool. Now back to the present moment. No longer living in the past. Okay? So, my friends, that being said, if you're joining me live and you'd like a reading, please comment below. Ani, I'm seeing that you would like a reading. Perfect. And if anyone else does, I'm going to start pulling a couple of cards for the collective here. I got a new white light oracle deck, and they're so beautiful. So, so beautiful. And so I'm going to pull a card from this, first and foremost. And again, it's your message for today, possibly for the weekend. Yeah, it's the end of the month, my friends. Tomorrow's April 1. So again, if you haven't taken some time to reflect back on March and to set your intentions for the upcoming month, today, tomorrow, this weekend is the perfect time to do that, okay? Okay, so this split twice, so I'm going to give you both of these messages. And the first one is so powerful. It's the number 44. It's Ishtar's Lion Gate, 888. And I've been seeing 888 everywhere, my friends, like everywhere, okay? And I'll give you more explanations on these cards. Second card is 38. And it's Vara Patra. Okay, so both have a lot of golden light, obviously, in them. Okay. So I'm going to give you the message for the Lion's Gate first. Your heart has a heightened connection with the higher realms of consciousness and light. A blessing, empowerment, and positive omen shall enter your world. Doors will open for you. Abundance and prosperity are headed your way. Take care of your heart. Ask for spiritual assistance and it shall be granted. Something negative is going to transform into something very positive. Okay? And then it just goes on to say, Ishtar is the queen of the night, a dark goddess of love and letting go, but also a priestess of light who holds the keys to renewal from suffering. Okay, so that is the first card for the collective. Second card. Okay, Dara Patra. Out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening for you. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others, enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. A powerful blessing is entering your world. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. One more time, my friends, because that's important. Spirit gives freely and generously of all good things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, and trusting heart. Yay! Okay, so my friends, receiving is also feminine energy, okay? So if you have felt blocks in receiving, okay, when things come in, you're like, no, I'm good, and you shove it right back out, it is a feminine energy block, and more than likely it's something in the sacral and solar plexus. Okay, so those are the energy centers to work on. As you know, I do one-on-one work with people. I work within the energy field, clearing the blocks and activating the chakras and doing everything I can within the energetic field, including clearing cords and attachments and other people's energy that might be blocking you from receiving very beautiful things in your life, including new relationships and new connections. Okay, my friends? So that is the one-on-one work I do. I also do one-on-one readings, just so you know that. Okay, and I'm going to post those links below. So receive, 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 my friends. Okay, and then the other thing is like pay attention to the nudges. Pay attention to your intuition. And like I said before, when I get tired, my intuition is off. It just is. And so I can see when I'm tired that things just get a little bit, I want to say wonky, a little bit funky in my world. Okay, and the best thing that I can do is rest and retreat. Okay, rather than being so out in the world going, okay, where do I go now? What do I do now? Like, what's the next step, right? Rest and retreat, and then the next step will be delivered to you. Okay, but that's why when I work with my clients, like allowing them to connect to their guides, guiding them, supporting them to connect to their guides, to hear their intuitions, to get those messages is one of the most important things I can do for my clients. Okay, so because then those nudges, those intuitive hits, all that stuff guides us to where we need to go, what we need to do, all the things. Okay? So, and then in the meantime too, you also have like your routine and your non-negotiables, right? Get up in the morning, write in your journal, have your coffee, have your tea, go to the workout center, like all those things. And as you're moving out in the world, you're seeing signs and messages, you're getting the nudges, all the things. And my friends, that is, swear to God, how I live my life. Okay, and then there's the practical side of like, okay, I need $1,000 to come in the next 3 days. Cool. That's good, that's clear, right? And then what are my action steps that I'm gonna take to allow that to happen, right? How am I going to spark some of that abundance in my life? What are the action steps I'm gonna take to allow that to happen? Okay. So you get clear, and then you take the guided, inspired action steps that you're being guided to take through your intuition, through the intuitive hits, through your clear cognizant and your overall knowing, and through your guides communicating with you. Got it? Okay. Now, if someone else's energy is in your field, if you guys are synced on the same energy and vibration, oh my God, things will explode. And magic will happen, my friends, without a doubt. If you are not, and someone else's energy is in your field, things are gonna get wonky, they're gonna get funky. It's not gonna be 100% aligned for you. Okay, so pay attention to who are you collaborating with, first of all, who are you manifesting with, who are you creating with? And is it a true alignment for you? And if it's not, let it go and allow something else that is truly aligned for you to come in. Okay, especially when, like I said, you're collaborating, you're creating, you're manifesting together. Two people's energy has to be on board for the creation in order for it to fully manifest into this world, in order for it to be a success in this world, okay? So I'd love to hear from you, friends. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know. It's not just that you get to receive everything from me. You also have to give your energy to this, okay? And that being said, that's why I love interaction, because it is an energetic exchange, right? It's not just me talking, it's not just me doing this thing, it's both. And also why I take energetic exchange and donations for these videos, because you're receiving energy from these. And if it feels right for you to then go ahead and donate something, please do that, okay? It's never required, it's always appreciated. I believe when you support someone's work and their mission, and especially healing work, because that's what I do and that's what I believe in and that's what I live for, as do many of you, right? When you support someone else's work, like those blessings are returned to you tenfold. And I know that, my friends, right? And it's not always in the form of money. It can be in the form of love and connection and time spent and all these beautiful things, okay? But it's about that. It is about allowing that flow. It is about allowing that flow, and not just always taking. Okay, it's both. It's give and receive. It's give and receive. Okay. So that being said, Ani, I'm going to pull a card for you. If anyone else is on and wants an individual reading, please let me know. Message for today, message as March is closing out. So little side note, I was going to try to go live on here on Instagram, and I couldn't get my cameras lined up to do both. And so I'm going to go live on Instagram later today, it feels like, and probably also do card readings or something else. Who knows? I'm just allowing things to unfold for this day. I'm keeping it super open. But I do have a friend who's going to help me set that up so I can go both on Instagram and Facebook at the same time and know that the cameras are aligned and all the things. So, okay, Ani, I'm going to pull from the Rose Oracle card deck. Rose Oracle card deck. I just want to see if anyone else wants an individual reading who is on here. All right, my friends, if you're just joining and you would like an individual reading, which means I pull a card, I give you a message, all the things, then please comment below. Okay. So one popped out that I think is a collective message. So let me get that. These cards have not been organized for a little bit. Okay, so the second bloom, and it just says a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities, okay? So a second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. The second bloom, right there. And Ani, that's probably a message for you too. I'm just gonna pull one more and just shuffle them properly. So that was the first one that popped out. Okay, here we go. So Ani, this one is for you, Sophia. Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. Divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. And I know that so many times Spirit uses me to nudge other healers and to nudge other creatives. Like, come on, get going. The world needs your work. The world needs your painting. The world needs what you have to offer. Okay, so Ani, if that resonates with you and you haven't been either doing your work, moving forward with your work, or getting it out into the world, it is time again to do that, okay? And it might be in a different way. It's not in the past way, but whatever way that truly excites you and resonates for you at this point in time. Okay, so for all you other healers that are listening who have been hiding away, it's time to come out of the spiritual closet again, to get back out into the world and to give the world what you have to offer. Okay, so Ani, I need to know if that resonates for you. Please comment below and let me know where you're at with all that, what you've been feeling, what you've been hearing, the guidance that you've been receiving. Okay. And my friends, who else is on here that would like a reading? Because I would love to do some more. I love this stuff. It's so fun for me. So if you want a card pulled, please let me know. Just comment below and say, I would like a card, I would like a message, I have a question. If you have something specific that you want a reading on, I can do that. And every message that is pulled for other people, if you hear it, see if it resonates for you, because so many times it's not just for one person. It's for other people who are also tuned in and hearing the messages, okay? So again, if you are just joining me, please let me know if you would like a card. And Ani, if you're still on here, let me know if that resonated for you. Okay. So I see some people on live, but nobody is saying that they want a reading. So again, comment below if you would like a card. Turn of the month, right? So setting intentions for April, super important. clearing out the energy of March, reflecting, what lessons did you learn, what did you move through, what were the big shifts happening in your world, like all the things, right? The message that I'm getting is to keep going. Oh my gosh, my friends, when I look back in the last 2 months, I'm like, what the hell just happened? Literally. Except for I know, because I had gotten in the last couple of years, I've gotten so far off my true vibrational resonance that they were just bringing me back. They were just bringing me back to where I needed to be, okay? In 2020, the end of 2020, and then for sure May of 2021, they were like, move to the metro, get a place in St. Paul, do all the things. And I totally resisted it until January of 2023, okay? So, I feel like things are moving really fast to catch me up. And other people will say that as well, okay? Like if you went on, I want to say this other timeline that was so not meant for you, maybe it was, but it was a delay. It felt like it was a delay, right? That it brought you back to all this past stuff, that it lowered your energy, that you were just not living your truth in so many ways, or that things were just being delayed because the energy was too low and slow, okay? Now it's like catching up, catching up, catching up, catching up, okay? And if you can stay with it, and my friends, I can't. Like sometimes I can, and then I have to retreat and rest, and I'm like, okay, just hold on a damn minute, because so much is changing so fast that I'm like, okay, now let me just have a night where I can eat my cheese popcorn and have my dark chocolate and have a glass of wine and just not have to move so damn quickly, okay? And then other times, like in the morning, I'm like, okay, let's do this, let's go, come on, let's go, right? And then finding other people who are willing to move that quickly with you is also a very interesting thing, okay? So, and, okay, so kind of funny, I think it's mostly women on right now, but the message I've been getting from some of the men, guy friends, and the last partner I was with was like, Shannon, am I slowing you down? Am I holding you back? And I'm like, huh. And now that I look at it, I'm like, yeah, possibly that was happening, except for now I'm just not gonna allow that, right? And so the other day I was walking the lake in Minneapolis with one of my guy friends, and he's older, but he's super fit and super healthy, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk really fast because I just walk really fast. That's just it, like, that's it. I'm here to exercise, I'm here to move, all the things. And he's like a little bit behind me, but still like talking to me and stuff. And so at one point I slowed down so that we could have an actual conversation, right? And he goes, am I slowing you down? And I did the whole Minnesota nice thing, and I go, no, not at all. But in reality, my friends, it's not that he was slowing me down, but I chose to slow down in order to walk with him so that we could have a conversation, okay? Neither one is wrong or right, okay? But I don't know, I think it's something to pay attention to, you know? Are you holding back or slowing yourself down to stay with other people that maybe aren't ready to go at the pace that you are meant to go at, right? And sometimes, yeah, slow yourself down and walk with them for a while, hold someone's hand for a while, help someone out for a while, yes, absolutely. But not, I wanna say, not in a way, okay, this is how it's coming in, not in a way, or not too often that it slows you down so much that now you've lost your rhythm. And now you've lost like maybe your pace and your momentum. Because when momentum is real, my friends, and when it's strong, and when it's fast, and if you can catch that wave, oh my God, ride it for as long as you can. And yet sometimes it's so foreign to us that we're like, hold on, wait a minute, slow down, and we do something to sabotage it just a little bit, just enough, right? We do something to slow it down just a little bit. When I believe if the wave is there, ride that wave, my friends, okay? Ride that wave, my friends. Yeah, Amanda Rose, what if you feel like you are holding yourself back? Yes, then that is something that, okay, so like a self-sabotage is an archetype that is very real for many of us, self-sabotage archetype. So looking into that. And then if you're holding yourself back, it's about creating the awareness of what are the patterns that I'm engaging in that are holding me back? What are those patterns? And if I do enough meditation to create enough awareness or enough inner work, right, to create that awareness, then in that moment, when I want to go into that pattern, I can pull myself out of it. Or I can see it and I can go, wait a minute, a second, let me pause for a second, hold on a second, right? And choose something different. Choose something that is of a higher vibration that isn't going to compromise something in our life. Okay? So, and then I would suggest too, like, for sure doing an energy clearing and getting those lower energies, cords, attachments, all of that stuff out of your field. Okay? And it's true, we always think that other people hold us back, but only if we allow them to. Right? Only if we allow them to, only if we agree to it. Okay? So we are the ones holding ourselves back. You're spot on with that. Okay? And that is, it's inner work, it's healing work, it's reflection, it's awareness of the patterns, and choosing something different when those patterns come up, when those coping mechanisms come up so active and so strong, choosing something different. Okay? And we don't get it 100% of the time, my friends. Trust me, even I don't. I'm doing this work for a long time. And I still have things and stuff that rises within me, right? And then, you know, it's like I reach for something that is a coping mechanism to make me feel better in that moment. Not always, but sometimes it still happens, right? Because we are human. We're living a very human experience. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. If not, let me know. This is obviously the work that I do with people as well. And I know that it's important, my friends, to invest in our wellness, to invest in our healing, to invest in having support that we need to help us break free of those things that are holding us back, to help us break free of the things that are holding us back so that we can go to the next level, so that we can keep going, so that we can break out of those patterns, okay? And the patterns that live in your family, generational patterns, those are the hardest ones to break free of. So look at your family. What are the patterns? What was it for you? Okay, was it a lack mindset? Was it fear of never having enough? Was it alcoholism? Was it addiction? Was it whatever it might be, okay? And when we have those like so ingrained in us, those are the hardest ones to break free of, is what I found working with all my clients and for myself personally, okay? So, thank you so much for asking that question. I so appreciate you. Sarah, hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, I love seeing you on here. I would love to hear a little update from you on what's going on in your world. So if you don't post it below, please direct message me, because I would love to hear how you've been, what you're doing. I am working on getting a Stillwater event up and running in like 3 weeks. It's going to be sound healing. I'm working with a sound healer. It's going to be up at that beautiful space in Portside again. So it's going to be sound healing. And then I believe it's going to be like a group gallery reading afterwards. Okay? So we're going to do the sound, shift everyone's vibration frequency. And like Stillwater, my friends, is such a beautiful town. So if you haven't been there, if you would love to come see us in person, oh my gosh, the magic that is in Stillwater, amazing restaurants, places to explore. Like you could come over for the afternoon. We'll have our event probably 6:30, 7 o'clock that night for an hour and a half. And you can just fill yourself up for the day, okay? It'll be sometime in April, so stay tuned for more information on those dates. I'm also gonna be in Scottsdale, my friends, next month, right on the new moon eclipse. And I'm doing an event with my friend Carrie, who has an amazing space in Scottsdale, Shanti Sound. And we are doing, again, sound healing. And then I'm going to do a group gallery reading for the groups that's there, giving them all the messages, letting them know about the energy that's happening at that time, all the things. And it's so powerful to gather under the moons, my friends. So whether it's a full moon or a new moon, super, super powerful. Okay? So, Sarah, let me think. Let me feel. Okay, so I'm feeling the rose deck for you too. I am, real quick before I do that, my friends, I'm going to pull a card. I got a Heart and Hands tarot deck just because I loved the black and white of it. I don't do true tarot readings because I always do oracle readings, okay? I have friends that do tarot, I have friends that do Lenormand, and I think it's amazing, but I really wanted this deck, and it's super, I don't know, just like cool, funky, I want to say even vibrant, with no color, just with the black and white. So I'm going to pull a card here as well, okay? And thank you everyone for joining me. I so appreciate you being on here with me. Yes, I love connecting with all of you. Okay, so 7 is the number. Here's the card. Oh, Chad, you're on here. Hello from Denver. Yay. Give all my love to Denver. I just thought about, I had a friend last night telling me about one of the Red Rocks concerts that he went to. And I'm like, oh my God, I have not been to Red Rocks for so long. So that is on my list this summer, fall. Absolutely, for sure, without a doubt. Okay, 1 second while I look this card up. I think it's a 7 of Pentacles. It is. Okay, so it's a 7 of Pentacles, my friends. Okay. Against a background of abundant vines, hands heft a basket of harvested grapes. Okay. The bunch lifted for inspection is shining and unblemished. This card suggests, I love this, that hard work and patient effort will bear fruit. Investments or projects have already begun to show returns, but further time and cultivation will bring even greater rewards. I can't even say that word right now. The seeds have been sown, but growth cannot be rushed. Okay? So lots of rewards coming in. Further time and cultivation will bring even greater rewards. The seeds have been sown, but growth cannot be rushed. I think that is such a powerful message for myself. Because of course I want it all right now, today, right here, right now. And yet there's so much that's like shifting and aligning and all the things, my friends, okay? And so sometimes you get a hit, right? Like you get a hit, I'm like, I should go explore this place. Or maybe I should work there. Or maybe I should connect with this person. And it's like, the seed starts like vibrating in our field. I'll just say that, right? The energy starts vibrating in our field. And then it's like, not quite time, not quite time. And so that's when it's like important to tune in. And then like all of a sudden, like, yes, it is time. Now it's time, okay? And you're gonna know, because you go to the place and you'll be like, cool. I explored it, checked it out, super cool. Not yet time to like make the big leap. But now I know the energy of the place. Now I know it's a match for me. Now I planted a seed, I put my energy there, all the things, okay? So, perfect. Sarah, I'm gonna pull a card for you. I just thought of a story and I'm gonna tell you guys, okay? Because it just came in and I'm like, no, I don't wanna share that with them, but I'm going to. When I was in the modeling world, it was like 2010 to 2013 when I was living out in Denver. I was working with an agency out there. They had found me when I was living in Costa Rica, by the way. Just like total in the right place at the right time. It was Zappos, the shoe and clothing company. And so I started working for them. And then they said, when you get back to the States, contact us because we want you to do more work. Okay, cool. I was super shy. I was super scared in front of the camera. Like super, like, what do I want to say? Stage fright when the camera showed up, okay? I can be myself all day long and interact, but then when they're like, do your thing, and there's silence and there's a camera, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Okay, so that was happening. Started working with the agency in Denver, cool. Got some modeling gigs, nothing huge, but it was good, okay? Then there was an agency out in Nashville, and a guy that was part of the shoot that I did in Costa Rica, okay? And he had an agency out there. It's actually the Block Agency. Okay, so I was like, I really want to work with them. Like, I want to go to Nashville more. My best friend lives in Nashville. Like, I should be doing work out in Nashville for sure. And so I went out there to see her, and I was like, I need to go talk in person to this man, to the guy who owns this agency, telling him that I want work, right? And can we collaborate? Can we work together? So I would love to work for your agency. So I went in, and he wasn't there, okay? And it was this beautiful agency, and you walk in, and there's this amazing waiting room, and there's a desk. And I remember there was a envelope from one of, oh my gosh, Jay someone who's a pro football player. There was an envelope from him with his name on it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy, you know? Like, that's cool. Maybe he's modeling for this agency. Maybe they must be doing some promo work, whatever's going on. So I saw that. There was no one at the front desk. And I was like, okay. And then I look over here, and there's a fully stocked bar, like with really good liquor. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Wow, nice, you know? And then I'm like, hello, is anyone here? Is anyone here? Like, the doors are wide open. Someone has to be in the office, right? But nobody came out. Nobody was there. And I was like, crazy. So then I left, and my friend and I went and had lunch, and I was like, Denise, I'm like, that was really weird that nobody was there. I'm like, I think I have to go back. Maybe they were just out of the office, okay? So I go back, and nobody's still there, okay? But I wanted to put my energy there. I did. And I'm sure they had cameras all over this place. I know they did, actually, because they would never leave the doors just open and have all that nice stuff. Like, they had cameras all over the place. I didn't think about that at the time, but I went over and I poured myself like 3/4 of a shot of tequila on their bar, and they had shot glasses, and I poured it and I drank it, and then I just set my glass there. And I was like, okay, now my energy's in this place. Which is so crazy, my friends, and not necessarily the right way to do it, because they probably saw me on those cameras having a shot of their tequila. Anyway, so that being said, I didn't get any work with that agency. But I don't know. It's like, and again, I was just like, I just want to put my energy there. Like, if I just put my energy there, it's planting a seed, all the things, right? Yeah, but sometimes maybe not in the most aligned ways, possibly. So anyway, there we go. Okay, so Sarah, I am going to pick a card for you from the Rose Oracle card deck. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, here's one that just fell out. Okay, release the petals, it says. Release the petals. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. This one keeps coming up for myself. It's come up in readings for clients that I've done readings for as of late. I'm trying to think of when else it came up. Yeah, it's come up a lot in the last week. A lot, okay? So definitely that's a collective message. Release the petals. Okay. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. And that was so much of what March was about, my friends. So much transformation, so much death and rebirth, so much shedding, so much change, right? And so if you've been there, like, maybe it's time to give yourself a couple of days or give yourself a weekend, okay? You don't have to push. You don't have to force. Just show up. Just show up and move with your guided, inspired actions. Move out in the world where you're feeling guided to put your energy, where you're feeling guided to go. Open up, talk to people, have conversations, like, see maybe what the exchange is. Like, what can you offer them? What can they offer you? What collaboration can you do? How can you help each other out? How can you support one another? Okay? Because there's so many things that, like, we're all so talented and gifted. We have so much to offer, my friends. And so much of it is still buried inside of us, or it's like hiding away, right? And what I know for sure, one more thing, so many messages of late, people struggling financially, right? Okay, totally been there, absolutely, I get it, totally get it. I don't have the money for that. And there's no judgment at all. Like, there's no judgment in that at all, my friends. And I think some of the most talented, most creative people, most gifted healers struggle financially, okay? And it's really effed up because we should not be the ones struggling. Nobody should be struggling financially, right? But especially if we're putting a lot of healing and a lot of good into the world, like we deserve to receive the abundance back to us as well, okay? And that's why it's important to clear those abundance blocks and be open to receive. But so I've had that from clients as of late, like, I can't afford a session with you. I don't have the money for this. And okay, I get that. And I know also how important it is moving forward to barter and to say, let's take the money out of it. And what's the exchange here, right? Like, what do you have to offer and what do I have to offer? I know that's going to be we know that's going to be so important moving forward. Like, so many people have talked about all the financial stuff collapsing completely, okay? Pretty sure that's going to happen in our lifetime. So then what, right? So then we have to use the resources that we have that are not dependent on money at all, that are not dependent on that system at all, okay? So, yeah, so it's like the bartering, the exchange, like, what is that? Yes, Sarah, I feel that so strongly, you know, the bartering. Yes. And clearing up those abundance blocks, my friends, for sure, okay? And I get it. Like, I get panicky too when I'm like, oh my God, money, where's all the money? And right now it seems like, I don't know, like, whose hands is the money in right now? Whose hands is the money in right now? Because so many people are saying to me, like, you know, that they don't have money. So where is it then, right? And maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's just that we can just do an exchange. Maybe we can just do an exchange. Maybe it doesn't have to be the money thing. So it's the bartering thing. And then it's, and also dealing with your own money box. But here's what else I know, okay? I've had a lot of people in the past offer me money, offer me food, alcohol, you know, men who offered me money and all the best, or, you know, food or all the alcohol I could drink or whatever. And it's like, you didn't even touch my soul. And if you can't touch my soul or touch my spirit or touch my heart, and all you're offering me is these material world things, that does nothing for me. And maybe at a younger age, that was very intriguing and very alluring. I have been around people, multimillionaires, right, who were living very nice lifestyles. I was very intrigued by that. I like nice things. I like high quality things. I don't need a lot of things, but I do like the vibration of certain quality, okay? But my friends, like, what I know is if it's lacking heart, if it's lacking soul, if it's lacking spirit, I don't want it, you know? There's so much more. There's so much more than what the material world is here to offer us. And we're humans on planet Earth living a very real experience, and we get to enjoy all the pleasures of the material world as well, okay? It's just sometimes I feel like we're using the material world to fill a void that can only be met through love, intimacy, connection with other humans, through heart-centered conversations, through spiritual things, through allowing our soul to connect, okay? And you can't fake that. When you meet someone whose soul you connect with, it just is. You can't fake it. It just is. And that's why you can meet someone and it feels like you've known them forever. It's why you can spend very little time with them and know that they're a soulmate. Okay? It doesn't mean that you're going to be in a romantic partnership. They're just a soulmate on this journey. You know them maybe from a past life. You know their soul instantly. I have experienced that. It's, for me, several times in my life. It's not like it happens all the time, but when it does, it's like, whoa, there it is. And it's amazing. Okay? So, my friends, that's it. I gotta go. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if you go back, there's plenty of messages in this video. It went forever. All good. If you just click on a time frame, receive your message. If you want to submit an energetic, I can't even talk. See, this is why I have to get off because I start losing my words. Energetic donation, you can do so on my Venmo, never required, always appreciated. Energetic exchange. Let me know how I can best support you if you need anything else, if you want a one-on-one energy clearing with me, if you need to make payments, if you simply can't afford, you know, $175 for an hour session and you want to split it up into 2 payments, I'm flexible with that, my friends. I get it. I've been there. Okay? It's no big deal. No shame at all. Money is switching hands right now in the world. I know that. And it seems like everyone's kind of holding on to it rather than allowing it to circulate. And that's okay. It'll come back around for sure. So much love, my friends. I will see you again very, very soon. Again, next month in Stillwater, sound healing, group gallery reading, and then also in Scottsdale on April 19th. I would love to see you in person if you're in any of those locations. So happy Friday, happy April 1st. Enjoy it. Again, my friends, like I said earlier, reflect on the month of March, what happened in your world, what shifted, all that stuff. Take some time to write and journal. And then what are your intentions for the month of April? Get clear on that, write those out, and allow yourself to step into those creations and that energy. Okay? Thank you so much. Comments, questions, insights below, and I will see you here again very soon.